Hello and welcome back to the GCP-Mindset channel. Today we'll talk about patient reimbursement for clinical trials in the EU. More after the intro.
Welcome to the GCP-Mindset channel and all topics on clinical research.
The world of clinical trials can be daunting for beginners, particularly when it comes to understanding the financial aspects, such as patient reimbursement. This video aims to demystify this crucial area, providing a comprehensive overview of clinical trials and patient reimbursement in the European Union. But first, what are clinical trials? Clinical trials are research studies performed in people that are aimed at evaluating a medical, surgical, or behavioral intervention. They are the primary way that researchers find out if a new treatment, like a new drug or diet or medical device, for example, a pacemaker, is safe and effective in people. Clinical trials serve multiple purposes. They test new treatments or interventions, study different aspects of diseases, and look at how to improve the quality of life for people with chronic illnesses. These trials typically proceed through 4 stages. Phase I, small-scale trials to assess safety and dosage. Phase II, larger scale to test efficacy and side effects. Phase III, large-scale testing for efficacy and monitoring of adverse reactions. Phase IV, post-market surveillance, documentation of effects of drugs after they have been licensed for use. How are clinical trials conducted in the EU? In the European Union, clinical trials are governed by strict laws and regulations designed to protect participants. The EU Clinical Trial Regulation 536/2014 aims to ensure that the rights, safety, dignity, and well-being of subjects are protected and reliable data is generated in clinical trials carried out in the EU. The European Medicines Agency plays a pivotal role in this process, evaluating medicines for human use and monitoring the safety of medicines across their life cycle. Let us now take a look at understanding patient reimbursement in clinical trials. Patient reimbursement refers to the process by which patients participating in clinical trials receive compensation for costs incurred during their participation. These costs could include travel expenses, accommodation, meals, and other expenses directly related to the trial. Patients might receive reimbursement to ensure that they are not financially disadvantaged by participating in a clinical trial. Moreover, it helps to encourage patient participation, which is crucial to the successful completion of clinical trials. Let us have a look at patient reimbursement for clinical trials in the EU. In the EU, the specifics of patient reimbursement can vary between countries due to different national regulations. However, generally, all trial-related expenses should be covered by the sponsor of the clinical trial. Patients may need to apply for reimbursement and should keep all receipts as proof of their expenses. It's important to note that reimbursement is not a form of payment for participation, but rather a way to cover out-of-pocket expenses that patients incur as part of their participation. What are common misconceptions about patient reimbursement for clinical trials? There are several common misconceptions about patient reimbursement. One is that only certain types of patients are eligible for reimbursement. In reality, all participants should be eligible for reimbursement of their trial-related expenses, regardless of their background or condition. Another misconception is that the amount of reimbursement will be substantial. However, it's important to understand that reimbursement is intended to cover costs, not act as a form of income. The amount will typically depend on the actual costs incurred by the patient. In conclusion, understanding patient reimbursement for clinical trials is crucial for anyone considering participating in a trial. It's an essential part of ensuring that participation in clinical trials is accessible and equitable. For potential clinical trial participants, it's important to research and understand your reimbursement options. Don't hesitate to ask questions of the trial coordinators. They are there to help you navigate this complex process. By doing so, you'll be able to make an informed decision about whether participating in a clinical trial is right for you. Thank you for watching our video, and we hope that you found it informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content on clinical research. We look forward to see you next time.